Oh. Alright, let's see if this won't work. Hello everybody, this is Uncle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and today we are doing a what if that, well, technically I haven't been doing that many horror versions of this, so today, hey, I'm gonna try my best to actually make a horror. So today we are doing the one shot of What If Deku Was Sweet Tooth. Now, I will not be surprised if one of you guys asked, who is Sweet Tooth? Well, shout out to Death Battle, because that's, to be telling the story. I had to skip a part because it was involving Joker. If you've seen Joker versus Sweet Tooth, then you know what. So, here you go.
How far would you go to have your greatest wish granted? How much would you destroy to get your way?
Any extreme!
For those willing to go to any extreme, the annual Twisted Metal contest is right up your alley.
In Twisted Metal, competitors smash vehicles into public property and each other, and that's when they're not shooting crazy shit like rockets and bombs all over the place. God, that'd be fun.
The insane lure of Twisted Metal attracts some of the most deranged and unstable minds in the world, including a clown with a flaming scalp, the driver of the infamous ice cream truck called Sweet Tooth.
Before he was a scary serial killer driving a truck, Marcus Kane was a scary ice cream man driving a truck. And like every ice cream man I know...
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna read shit before we can continue. Let's see. Age, 42. Height, 2'5'9". That's actually pretty tall. Weight, 185. Appropriate body count, 1,000. I hope I said that right. Yeah, 1,000. Best friend, a paper bag?
No, Marcus had a serious evil split personality problem.
Trapped within his head, this sinister side desperately clawed for freedom, eventually forcing Marcus to finally give in and carve his new persona of Face. On that day, Marcus Kane died, and the rampage of Needles Kane began.
Needles spent his days murdering anyone he could find, including his own wife and child.
He prefers killing up close and as violently as possible with his giant serrated machete,
which tons of people have been introduced to. They're dead now.
By his own account, he slaughtered 1,000 people before he was finally arrested. It was here he was cursed by a preacher named Preacher to suffer the fires of hell, which apparently means having your head burst into flames forever.
Enraged, he busted out and was eventually found by a man named Calypso. See, Calypso was the one organizing the Twisted Metal tournament, and he thought Needles would be just perfect for it.
For Needles, winning Twisted Metal meant having any wish of his choosing granted. He could finally end the everlasting pain, or have all the candy in the world, anything really. How could he say no?
Needles knew just the car that would take him to victory. Complete with tasty treats, his ice cream truck, the Sweet Tooth.
This modified Chevrolet step van is anything but what it appears to be. With its shocking maneuverability and durability, Sweet Tooth is like a tank, capable of taking loads of damage without stopping.
The Sweet Tooth menu includes front-mounted spikes, Gatling guns, and homing ice cream cone missiles. And for the cherry on top, he blasts the explosive clown head from the roof as a homing weapon, which laughs and goes through walls. That's not enough, it transforms into a goddamn robot!
The Sweet Bot carries a massive multi-barrel Gatling gun, reinforced armor plating, and can even throw its own head like a grenade.
But the real beauty's in the Sweet Slam, an attack where the bot launches into the air with his jetpack and drops like a hammer with enough force to crush a whole building.
Sweet Tooth can take dozens of missiles and keep on trucking, but even without his wheels, Needles is one tough son of a bitch. He's strong enough to casually shatter reinforced windows, tough enough to take a stab to the face.
And he even survived the electric chair. Doesn't that mean he gets to walk free? I read that on the internet once.
No, first, that's a myth. Second, a person wouldn't be able to walk after getting blasted with over 2,000 volts of electricity, stopping their heart, burning their body, paralyzing their muscles, and melting their eyes. Unless you're Needles Kane, who broke out of the chair, killed everyone, and escaped.
See, this is why anytime I meet a clown, I take him out right away.
When has a clown ever done anything to you?
They've never had the chance. Who's laughing now, Juggles?
But Needles is by no means unkillable, and Calypso has played him for a fool more times than not. Like when he wished to find his missing daughter so he could kill her, and wound up trapped and suffocating in her coffin. Underground. Because she was already dead.
Still, it just goes to show, Needles and his sweet tooth will do anything it takes to get the kill.
What have you done with my son?
Well, that was the end of that. Bitch. Anyway, you know what? I just remembered that it was that. So we're gonna say he's the reincarnation of Needles. And in case, and so it can be a little bit more dangerous. So, Midoriya, this is when we get to Midoriya. Now, Midoriya didn't really have a good past life. He was abused, neglected, and bullied by everyone because he wouldn't talk and he had red eyes. Nice. Until one day, Bakugo literally burned his left side of his face, which completely made his face completely mauled. Enraged, Midoriya literally grabs a pencil and jabs it right inside Katsuki's eye, so they could be even. And after that, Midoriya was sent to a mental asylum so he could be treated. And in case you're wondering, yes, Midoriya has given a lot more easily to Sweet Tooth than anything else. But he knew he was too young to literally go out in the streets and causing murder. So he waited until he was 15. Not talking to anyone. Until now. So we start off with him literally seeing another doctor. Hello, Midoriya. Look, I understand you don't wish to go back home. But if you can't help us, then we will have to... Sweet Tooth. Pardon? My name is no longer Midoriya. Alright, Mr. Needles. But most people call me Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth. Is it because you like candy? Is it because of... No, that ain't it at all. You see, Doctor, tell me something. Have you ever seen a dead person? I have not, I will admit. That there hasn't been that many murders around here. As a matter of fact, there hasn't been one murder at all. Oh, truly. Well then. That is going to change. Really? And what makes you think that, Mr. Midoriya? Because of one thing that you thought was a good idea to do. Oh? Leave me uncuffed. Midoriya charges at the doctor and literally they start strangling him. This is when more people come in, but this is when, and one of them starts trying to swing him with a baton. But Midoriya, it catches it and literally starts swinging his weapon around. Literally, that's when he grabs the baton and literally swings it directly to the guy's head, breaking and fracturing his skull. Once Midoriya got strong, this is when Midoriya grabs other weapons and materials to literally get ready for the rest of the world. And this is when he also finds a clown. He actually leaves the place, leaving nothing but a bloodied up corpse, bloody bodies, and a crap load of dead bodies. Unfortunately, the baton broke, which is no surprise to Midoriya. Yeah, he always was more of a blade type of guy. And used a 12-gauge shotgun. So, luckily for Midoriya, he actually found a 12-gauge shotgun. Unfortunately, he's going to have to forge his machete. And he knows it. So, this is when Midoriya actually leaves the Democracies. When he finds the clown mask, he realizes it's not right. It's not his. So Midoriya went to the local shop to create one. He killed the owner and his wife and kid and started creating the Needles mask. In case you're curious how they died, Midoriya slit the kids' throats and literally jabbed a couple of knives into the husband's back. As for the wife, she is dying from blood loss to the throat because Midoriya stabbed her in the throat. Oh, and the frickin' glass shard is still inside. He used a bottle, by the way, and it's just pouring out. This is when Midoriya puts on his mask, and the only thing you can see is a red eye coming out of the mask. And this is when he starts working on his weapon, which is his machete. Now his machete is a little bit bigger than anything. It actually is made to take care of stuff. But Midoriya knows he can't be on foot forever. So, this is when Midoriya went to his home and discovered the sweet. This is when pretty much he went back home to confront his mother. After finishing his blade, Inka, who's just drinking her life away, he sees a clown on her doorstep. Aren't you a little old for Halloween? What? You don't recognize your own son? Izuku? This one she sees the blood all over him. Izuku, what did you do? What, mother? You always did say I was a baby and I needed to grow up. Well, I thought of that. And I figured, why lose my childhood when I can end you? Midoriya, we can talk about this. We had plenty time to talk at the asylum. You took Katsuki's word of your own blood. I always hated you. You know, when I first saw you, when I was born, I wanted to kill you. But now, I get the chance. This one Inko tries to fight back, but Midoriya cuts off her left arm. She starts screaming and literally starts to run away, but Midoriya cuts off her other arm. So this is when Midoriya also cuts off her left leg. So now she has nowhere to go. This is when Midoriya puts his foot on her chest and just looks at him. Or it says, "Don't worry. A stab in the dying from blood loss is probably the quickest kill I've done all day." Oh wait, no it's not. And this is when he constantly jabs his machete directly into the woman. Oh, and going up and down, up and down. Well, muscles going up. Well, the aches start going through Midoriya's shoulders, and blood is gushing all over her. Or all you can hear is just the gurgling of blood and all that. And just the anyway, and all that. Inko, after 5 hours, finally died from blood loss. And stab wounds in the same area. Perfect. This is when Midoriya walks up and actually finds some ice cream. So Midoriya removes his mask for a little bit, aka Needles, and decides to have himself a little bit of strawberry ice cream. I miss this. The only thing I could complete is a good old sweet ice cream truck. But where am I going to find one in Japan? And that's when Midoriya sees keys. He goes out, and this one he sees his he sees a photo. And it shows someone wearing an ice cream suit. He realized that that's Hasashi. This is when Midoriya sees the ice cream jug. Oh. Thank you, Father. When I find you, I'll make your death quick and painless. And Midoriya starts walking to the ice cream truck and started getting ready. Good thing, too. Because this is when he really hears... This is when he drives off. The only thing you hear is the ice cream Sean Pop playing. But Midoriya only drives it at night. Nighttime comes around, and literally this is when... And he also modifies the weapon with seeking missiles. You know what Boomstick said. And he modifies it. And it turned into a sweet bot when it needed. Once Midoriya, we get to Bakugo, who wears an eye patch over the eye that is covered. On his left eye, considering that he can't see through the right anymore, thanks to the pricket and pencil. This is when Bakugo hears, Izuku, huh? Actually, not Izuku. Bakugo, huh? Oh, Midoriya. Yeah, I have some tragic news. What? You know Inko Midoriya, Izuku's son? Kind of hard to forget. Oh, right. Right, I keep forgetting that, Inko. I already know, Mitsuki, I already know it's my fault. No need to rub it in. That's not... Well, unfortunately, Inko Midoriya died. Midoriya managed to escape, and now the heroes are looking for him. What's this have to do with me? The heroes want to ask you some questions. Are you fucking kidding me? Just, please. But this one Bakugo gets to the heroes. Ah, young Bakugo. Oh, of course, they sent you. Let's get this over with. So, when is your last encounter with young Midoriya? Yeah. You mean before or after he got sent to the mental asylum? After. Or never, because I never visited. Not once? Once? Nope, not once. Because I was more worried about myself than anything. I knew that entering that place was going to be total disaster. So, yeah. I suppose that's true. Anyway, why are you here? Besides that, if you're asking me to literally... Oh, I don't know. Well, the usual crap? My answer is still no. That's not why I'm here, but I'll keep that in mind. Well, anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Hey. Do you wish to be a part of the investigation? No. No offense, All Might, but this is not even close my fight. My fight died ages ago. There's no way I'm able to even survive against him. Besides, he'll kill me on sight, and we'll be ending up with a problem. I suppose that makes sense. Besides, if he escaped, that means he's gonna go after, probably gonna go after me. So, oh, I understand. Let's just get. Anyway, thank you for being honest, young Bakugo. Oh, goodbye, All Might. Well, that was annoying. Once Midoriya literally get there, listen when we get to Midoriya, who literally gets to the guy and just literally runs over a couple and their kids. Midoriya immediately looks out to see if there's any survivors, and there is none. Well, actually, no. The kid attempts to walk away, but Midoriya brings out a machete, and you just hear him dragging the machete into the curve. The boy just looks up and cries, and this one he says, "Don't worry, the pain will be over soon." And Midoriya stabs the kid in the head. It's good to have a good kill. This is when Midoriya literally starts walking up back to his ice cream truck and starts driving off. Now, this is when Midoriya decides to think he needs Actually, we get to Midoriya. I need to get a hideout, just in case if I can't drive life all the time. Besides, ice cream needs fuel. Once Midoriya actually gets to the ice cream shop, once gets to an abandoned shack where no one's been using it. Mostly it's just an abandoned junkyard. This is when Midoriya's thinking, I remember something like this. Flashback of him in the twisted metal. Oh. But this is when he pretty much hears a couple of people. And this is when he just sees a people bullying another person. He realizes it's a person and with a cat quirk. And they're just bullying this poor girl. Midoriya, a little bit annoyed when he does this, and he just says, and this is when he immediately just drops an engine directly on one of the kids' heads, which horrifies the girl. But this is when he looks up to see a clown literally killing them. This is when he jumps down. You know, boys and girls, it's not nice to attack people for no reason whatsoever. This one, one of the guys tries to use his quirk, but Midoriya slash it. Sits down and literally kills them. In case you're wondering, guts are pouring out of the guy, and this is when Midoriya literally sees the other guy who's trying to run away, but Midoriya throws his machete and kills the guy. This one he turns around to look for the girl. Well, he couldn't really tell if it was a girl or a boy. He couldn't see. And he realized they escaped. Oh well. With the girl, who was actually hiding behind the tires, she breathes heavily, relief. But this is when she sees a clown. Found you. She doesn't scream. In fact, she just stays calm. Normal people would be horrified to see a clown. Truthfully, you've been the nicest to me all year. How so? Well, people have been bullying me because of my weak quirk. What's your quirk? I have the abilities of a raccoon. People have been bullying me because of something I can't control. Midoriya remember his bullying. Well, that's just rude. A quirk's a quirk. It's the person that uses it that matters. Nice, thanks. What's your name? Needles. My name is Needles. And you are? My name's Toga. Nice to meet you. Pleasure. To meet you. Now, would you like some ice cream? That actually would be nice. And that's what Midoriya did. He gave her ice cream. This is one pretty much they enjoy it. So, are you a serial killer? Yeah, I'm one. Why do you ask? She points at the bodies. Good eye. Fair point. Anyway, pause break for a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Now, this is when Toga says, you know, you can't be everywhere all at once. I mean, if you get captured, someone will have to know where you are. Oh? Are you recommending Sweet Tooth remembering that he actually had a gang? Alright. Hey, deal. Are you ready? You need a mask. This one Midoriya remembers the clown mask that he took from the police station. And he starts to grab it. So, what will be your name? Because once you put it on, your old self is gone. This one he says, call me Vanilla. Vanilla. A beautiful name for a precious little girl. And it's also your ice cream. He boops her in the nose. And she giggles. Let's get in. And that's when they start driving off. I know Sweet Tooth is a little bit more dark and twisted, but let's just say he's a little bit of in a good mood because he's having a new chance to kill people. So, let's stick around. He'll get serious in a year. Anyway, a couple of years has passed. Let's say 10. Let's say a good 2 years has passed. And they still haven't captured him. Toga and Midoriya have been killing people for the past 2 years. And already their kill count is higher than All For One's. And their bounty is all over the place. And even wearing ice cream in trucks. Most of Midoriya's, because they always got a good view of it. So normal ice cream trucks have to be wearing a different color so they don't get fuckaroony. Anyway, with Bakugo, because this is like the aftermath of like All for One and all that, and Bakugo is now a hero. But he's dealing with Class 1A. Actually, no, let's say it's the first year, so... This one he hears, "Hey, Baka bro, please don't call me that, Kirishima. I told you not to call me that. I could call you wherever I want, bro. I'm your friend." "No, you're not." "Huh? You are not my friend. You forced me to be your jackass or friend." This one, Kirishima smacks him in the head, saying, "Mind it. You need friends here. No, I really don't." You know, I can see why Izuku stabbed me in the eye. And now I can see a reason why she let Sweet Tooth kill you. Kirishima's eyes open wide in surprise. And Midoriya, this is when Bako just walks out. Kirishima's just crying and just thinking he's stupid. Which Ida noticed, but he doesn't get involved because, well, he doesn't want to. But before Bakugo leaves, this one he hears, "Where do you think you're going?" Mina, don't. Come on, Baka bro, what's eating you? This is when Bakugo yells, "Stop calling me that!" Everyone's surprised that Bakugo raised his voice. "I told you 100 times, I'm not your friend!" And he just slams the door. What's his problem? He's just not in a good mood, Mina. Leave him alone. But he's never in a good mood. Why is he even here? He doesn't like to be friends with us. This one Aizawa says, because it's kind of a dipshit of a mood to be friends. What makes you think that? Well, for starters, he's right. How about one thing? Sweet Tooth is out there, so he can't be friends with anyone until the thing happens. But heroes face everything all the time. True, but that doesn't mean there won't be casualties. You've seen how Sweet Tooth murders his victims. It's not really a quick thing. He just doesn't want to get attached. There's nothing wrong for that. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, with Midoriya and Toga got done killing the kid with killing an 8-year-old with a baseball bat. Blood is all over the place and brain matter is at the place. Midoriya stabs someone, but the blood squirts in his eye. Ah! Fuck! Hey, what's wrong? Fucking blood's got squirt in my eye. Yeah. I hate it when that happens. Right? Ugh. Blech. This is when Midoriya literally starts walking forward. This is when Midoriya just gets the blood out of his eyes after taking off his mask. Toga's surprised to see the scar, but she looks away as soon as Midoriya noticed. Which Midoriya knows he was looking, but he's kind of happy that he didn't ask, or that she doesn't ask. And this is when Needles puts the mask back on. Let's go. And they start driving. But this is when the police start surrounding their ice cream truck. This is the police! Give yourself up! Along with other heroes. I got a better idea. This is when he presses a button and sending missiles and the giant clown head start shooting along with Gatling guns, and they just start tearing the cops up and they drive off. This is when immediately Toga grabs a Tommy gun and literally starts shooting right back at the men. And this is when one of the cops' tires blow out and they start swinging and swirling and all that. This is when immediately they get to the USJ. Which Class 1A's having a freaking little thing. This one Midoriya says, well, wasn't that a pain in the A? Anyway, this is when Midoriya literally starts, well, doing what he can to keep him stay alive. Sorry for the pause. Anyway, this is when Midoriya literally walks up and just starts driving off. What up? I hate when I do that. Once Midoriya got done with the usual crap, this is when Midoriya literally hid. Well, that was a buzz. How did the K found us? Must have accidentally left one of the people alive. We did not check that last victims we had. Technically, we didn't even check the one we ran over before we went to that family and that pregnant woman. Oh yeah, should have checked. Oh well, looks like we're here for a while before we can go back to base. Got it. Anyway, pause break for a little bit. Alright, I'm back. But before, this is when Sweet Tooth says, we can't stay crap. And this is when he sees a couple of heroes coming their way. Luckily, they're in a safe distance. Well, looks like we get to murder some heroes today. Ooh, this is when this is when pretty much Toga grabs her back. This should be fun. This is when the heroes show up. Tire tracks? This is when Midoriya pops out as Sweet Tooth, and this is when Toga does as well. Hey, I didn't know you had fake needles and fake ice vanilla. Hello, boys and girls. We ain't the fake. This when he throws his machete directly at Katsuki and it impales her, and literally she falls on the ground, gushing out blood on it and falling. We're the real deal. And this one Toga starts attacking. Okay. And Midoriya fights Aizawa while Toga fights the students. And this is when they pretty much start fighting, which lasts a good while. But this is when Toga finally kills Aizawa by jamming a knife to his side. He spits out blood, and falls to the ground. This is when Midoriya sees Toga, but this is when Bakugo accidentally blows her into teeny tiny pieces. This is when Sweet Tooth says, "Vanilla!" This one Bakugo says, it was an accident, I swear! This is when Midoriya grabs a hammer from one of his... He grabs Toga's baseball bat and starts swinging it right at Akatsuki's limbs. Bashing and clashing and hitting. But this is when an electrical hit hits Midoriya. Yeah, but Midoriya resists it, grabs a machete, and really jabs it directly into Dinky's head, which cuts Dinky's head in half. Blood and brain matter spleens everywhere. This is when... And they start killing... This is when Midoriya continues killing Class 1A. Or, the only one that's left was Bakugo. Blood drips from Izuku's machete. But as soon as he's about to deliver the hit, this is when a giant fireball pops up and hits him directly. And now he falls down with a 3rd-degree burn on his chest. This is when Midoriya is knocked out. Endeavor? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What happened? I accidentally killed Vanilla. Well, you did a good job. This is when Bakugo just smacks him. Ow! Alright. I keep forgetting you don't like killing. I forget. No kill rule. But that's what I'm just saying what everyone thinks. And Bakugo kicks him in the groin. In that case, I don't want your help. This is when I removes the mask and Midoriya just starts covering his mouth and tearing up. You know this guy? It's Izuku. A childhood friend. A friend that I turned into a monster. This one he just starts breaking down and crying. This is when Midoriya literally starts walking up. This is when pretty much, after 3 days, Midoriya wakes up. In case you're wondering, Midoriya's eyes change as well. His eyes are now red, and this is when he tries to move, but the cuffs are cuffing him. And this is when you realize he is in a frickin' hazmat. He's in a frickin' stretch jacket, like Hannibal the Cannibal. With Nezu, that Bakugo, we need to know more. Damn it, I told you everything! Nezu's surprised at a lash. What more do you want, huh? This is when Endeavor says, I think that's enough, Nezu. You're pushing him. I apologize. Save your apology, you freak. And this one Bakugo runs off and literally slams the door. That was pretty harsh of you, Nezu. Pushing a kid to think of the crime, of the horrible things he's done to that kid, he obviously regrets. What should we do? I don't know. The Hero Council doubted that we could ever catch Sweet Tooth, catch needles in this sweet tooth of his. So, we really don't know. Our chances are probably just us either kill him or take him to prison. He literally managed to escape the most highly maxed out mental asylum. What makes you think that? What makes you think that that will work? I don't know. This is when Bakugo just go then to see Midoriya. Well, look who decided to visit. Katsuki Bakugo. Oh. My former bully. Huh, you look like you just had waterworks. You good? I'm sorry. Pardon? He kneels down and just starts crying, saying, I'm sorry. Midoriya, disgusted by it, but also sees that his machete is only 3 meters away. He just gotta find a way to get free. But I know he knows Bakugo ain't gonna help him. So Midoriya broke his hands and literally started reconnecting them to get out of the straitjacket. Literally using his nails to rip the sleeves off. And literally grabs a machete. Bakugo looks up just to see a Sweet Tooth out and literally chops off Bakugo's head and runs out. This is when they hear, Sweet Tooth escape! Sweet Tooth! And Midoriya stabs one of the officers who try to warn everyone, but it's too late. They already see him. This is when Midoriya starts hacking and slashing his way through the other security guards. Blood is everywhere. There. This is when pretty much Midoriya walks out back to his robot, back to his ice cream truck. Fuck. But before, this is when Midoriya sees that other heroes are surrounding him. So Midoriya had to be sneaky. Oh, what the fuck am I saying? He hacked through them by jabbing his machete to 2 people and then cleaving them in half. Guts are everywhere. This is when Midoriya gets on and literally starts to drive off, but it won't start. What the hell? This is when he checks the engine, realizing there is no engine. They got rid of it. Son of a bitch. Looks like I'm walking. This is when Midoriya literally walks up to the... This is when Midoriya attempts to start walking, but heroes are surrounding him. You know what? I'm in a bad mood, so... This is when he draws out a machete again, which is still drenching in the blood out of his victims. Come on, then! And the only thing they heard from Midoriya is his laugh. That laugh, which strikes fear into anyone, one who literally hears it. This is when Midoriya just walks up to them and literally just starts hacking and slashing his way through, still laughing at the kills. The only thing Midoriya is thinking is like it's Christmas morning. A bloodied up Christmas. Once Midoriya got done killing heroes, this is when he sees that one of them is attempting to attack him, but surprise, surprise, this is when a mysterious stranger comes up and jabs a freaking pole into his eye, into the eye of the villain. I mean, into the eye. Huh? No time to explain. Come on. Wait, Mitsuki? I said come on. Wow. Oh. And that's when she drives her truck and gets to Bakugo's house. This one, Midoriya just has a little bit of an awkward silence. You do know. Shh. Don't speak. This is when she removes the mask, and Midoriya does not do anything because he has no idea what's going on until he gets a kiss from her, which Midoriya is now surprised because he was not expecting that. Wait a minute! I just killed your son, and you're giving me a kiss? There could be more if you want. This one he puts Izuku's hand into Mitsuki's breast, and Midoriya's just thinking, you horny bitch! Okay, this is wrong. Midoriya says, okay, this is so fucked up. I'm a serial killer. You're not supposed to fall in love with the serial killer. Harley Quinn involved in love with the Joker. Who? Joker. Oh. Midoriya remembering the death battle fight. That's how he died, by the way. He died from Joker. Fair point. Okay, so you're not mad that I killed your son? He was too full of gleam. He regretted everything. It was sad, really. I knew he was going to kill himself anyway. What makes you think that? He opens her son's room to see a noose. Er. Midoriya thinking, well, that's depressing as fuck. And you see a lot of sad band. And it's like that one song, Loving You is a Losing Game, I'll happy, I'll sad, let me die. This is the worst day of my life. The list goes on. Midoriya just thinking, shit, I should have kept him alive, see how this would go. Anyway, pause break. Alright, I'm back. This is when pretty much Midoriya says, okay. Why are you doing this? Because you need a legacy to move your career? Midoriya's thinking, shit, she's right. If I die, who will complete my legacy? Okay, fair point. Good. This one he shoves Midoriya into the bed and starts taking off his pants. Midoriya doesn't know what to do. He's too surprised. She starts stripping and says, then let's get started. Midoriya's thinking, this is how I die again? After 3 hours of that, Midoriya looks like a goat. Shroomed up like a little prune. But he went back to normal immediately as soon as he's able to get a drink of water. The only thing Midoriya is thinking is what the fuck just happened? Great. I need to kill something. Midoriya does that, and this is when he sees the next door neighbors, who has a family. Perfect. He draws his blade and starts walking there. Anyway, I was gonna say pause break. Luckily I didn't. This is when Midoriya literally starts going over there, grabbing, and this one you just hear the screams and literally them slicing and hacking. Midoriya decides to be smart because he sees the police car coming over and sneaks to the other side. Before she can do anything, he hears Mitsuki acting, literally crying about all that. But he can tell fake cry from real cry. She is faking it. This one, Midoriya is thinking, did she ever care about her son? I thought I was a psychopath. Anyway, after a couple of hours of that, the cops left after hearing about the murders, so they immediately noticed that he might be somewhere else. You can come out now, honey. Midoriya just shivers down has a sins crawling up his spine, and just says, that is so wrong. This one Inko takes off his mask, which he allows because he has nothing. He can't do anything. Well, how about let's make a deal. You give me a new child. In return, I let you have this as your hideout. You're able to kill whoever you want, but not too close to my home like you did last time. The cops nearly tried to search my home until I pulled out the depressed woman thing. Hey, deal? Deal. And they shake hands, and this one she says, ready for round 2? No. Yeah. One humpy be once a week. Oh, you're no fun. Screw you, I want to be alive. If I want to die being a serial killer, not die from a succubus. Sheesh, you are such a horny woman. Why, thanks. Yeah. Like he said, once a week. And it didn't matter if he was covered in blood, they always used Bakugo's room to do the humping. Which is mostly covered in blood. Which Midoriya is just thinking, even he admits it's getting a little bit weird. But what can you do? You can't really say no to a psychopathic woman who isn't hesitant and let a male fuck her. Anyway, pause break. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, hey, this is when Midoriya says, "Looks like I gotta fight him. Looks like I'm dealing with this for a while." After that, this is when a couple of months has passed and Midoriya still wasn't captured. As a matter of fact, Mitsuki starts starting bigger and bigger. Her stomach grows bigger and bigger. Midoriya knows she's about to have a kid, but they don't know it's a boy or a girl until she checked it. Turns out it's a beautiful boy. Anyway, this is when Midoriya decides to sit out for the rest of the pregnancy because, well, let's just say he started to have a crush on her. Until he proposed to be partners in serial killers in crime, which Mitsuki proudly said yes. But after the baby was born, they take the baby everywhere, including on their own little murder spree. So you can imagine that. And the kiddo just laughs and giggles at the murders. So he knows he's going to be a real serial killer. Anyway, this is when Midoriya, after a couple of years, there's Bakugo Jr. is now 10 and killed his first victim, which is an infant. I am so proud of you. Kid, how do you get the kid out of here, though? Why? Stop right there, villains. That's why. Be careful. I will. This is when he shows it. Ready for this, All Might? Ready. And this is when they start fighting. Uppercuts, slashes, right hook, stabs, you name it. Midoriya fights on and literally continues on. With everyone watching. This is when All Might punches him so hard Midoriya's heart can't handle it. But before he goes down, he takes All Might with him and literally stabs All Might right in the throat, right in the head, which causes the whole body to slash down. Midoriya pukes out blood. Mitsuki sees this, and along with Katsuki Jr., and starts crying. And this is when he pretty much dies. And this is when Midoriya's thinking, I can burn in hell happy. An extra 10 years has passed. And the Sweet Tooth has been given, and the Mask of Sweet Tooth was given to Mizugu's son, known as Razor. And that's it. That's the one shot of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Sweet Tooth. I know I said What If Deku was Sweet Tooth, but I figured this would be a better way of doing things. So like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This has been Dunko Dylan here, and I will see you all in the next video.